Hey guys, this is Nick from ForexNoobs.com with a live trade video. It is currently Wednesday the 27th of January 2016 and it is 3:04 AM here in the UK. I've already just entered this trade. The trade is here. I've already entered it. I am going to go through this trade in a little bit of detail now, but keep in mind it is 3 AM in the morning over here and I haven't slept. So I'm a little tired. I might miss a few things and I might have to go over it when I update this in the morning, or rather in the afternoon, because it's already morning. But I'm going to quickly, briefly explain why I've got into this trade, and I'm going to explain the price action behind this trade. So basically what we're looking at here is buyers heading into an area of resistance and sellers beginning to take control of price and pushing price down. So all in all, this is starting to look like a pretty decent setup. A few of the key points with this setup here is that we have this high here. Buyers were unable to break that high when they pushed above here. We have this resistance area here, which had a bounce recently here. So price came up and it bounced away. Now it appears that the same thing is happening once again. Price was unable to break the high. Price is stuck on this resistance area. This resistance area has some history, some very recent history there. Also has some history acting as support here. So this looks like a pretty strong area, and we've got indecision forming on it, and it looks like price is reversing. So it's pretty much a standard reversal setup. Not the best looking reversal setup, but it's a pretty good reversal setup. One of the key things about this trade is it's part of the overall daily downtrend on GBP JPY. Now, if you look at GBP JPY on the daily, it's quite clear that it's in a downtrend. So this is kind of trading with the trend. It is very possible that the trend has ended, though, as of here. Very possible that the trend has ended. But overall, I wouldn't say that this trend is completely broken. I'd say it's very possible price is still in a downtrend, and this reversal trade is in line with the downtrend, which isn't a major concern for me, but it does help a little bit. Also, if you guys are wondering why I'm whispering, it's because my girlfriend is sleeping. And for some reason, me talking travels up 2 flights of stairs. So I'm just whispering a little bit here. So what else about this trade? Oh yeah, another fantastic thing about this trade, and this is probably one of the main reasons I'm actually in this trade. It's wait, can I get this button? No, I can't. I need to let me get my exact numbers. All right, I'm just gonna make this precise. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure so my stop loss is at 170.53. I was just double checking that, 167.15. All right, here we go, exact numbers. So one of the main reasons I'm in this trade is because of the fantastic risk to reward ratio. I've got 2.5 right now on this trade. That's my target, so 2.5 risk to reward. But potentially this could be extended down depending on what price does when it approaches these lows. If it approaches these lows, depending on what price does, this could be adjusted down, and this trade could be worth as much as 3.4, maybe even 4 risk to reward ratio, which would be fantastic. So that's one of the main reasons I was attracted to this trade, because at the very least, if it goes in my direction, I'm going to be making 2.5, which is a great risk to reward ratio, but 2.5 is here. So yeah, at the very least, I'm going to be making 2.5, which is a great risk to reward ratio. but it might end up being more than that depending on what price does when it reaches down here. Now, when I look down here, obviously my biggest concern is this lower wicked candle here. This long wicked candle with the wick pointing down. I'm not sure what price is going to do and how it's going to react when it reaches this area. We do have some evidence, very recent, very weak evidence, but some evidence of price stalling around this area. So around here, and also here with that little indecision candle. None of these are major pieces of evidence, but it's always something to think about. Whenever I enter a trade, I look to the left. I always look to the left and I look for what I can see towards the left-hand side. And the first thing that catches my eye is that. Second thing that catches my eye is that. So I'm looking at two things to the left-hand side that make me think potentially, it's not a short thing, but potentially this trade's going to run into a little bit of trouble here. And this candle here kind of backs that up. So we might be running into a problem in this area, which means that, I might only get out with my target here instead of getting out with, 3.3, 3.4, 3.6. I'm just going to have to play it by ear. When price approaches down this area, if it approaches down to this area, I might remove my target and I might try to target more. Now, if you guys remember my last trade video, I'd done this last time. I removed my target, but last time, what's important to note is it wasn't part of my plan going into the trade. So I broke my own rules last time. I broke my own rules and it didn't work out for me. This time, my plan going into this trade is that I am going to potentially adjust my target when price approaches here. So I'm not breaking my rules by doing that. If price approaches my target and I'm at my computer and I'm able to watch this trade, I might remove that target. And it is okay to do that, like I said, because it is part of my plan going into this trade. It's part of the specific plan I have for this trade. But yeah, other than that, this is a great looking trade setup. Well, no, that's a bit of a lie. This is an average looking trade setup, but there's lots of reasons why it is a strong trade setup. Those reasons being that, it's on a great resistance area. Price hasn't managed to break the previous high, which was here. And we have very recent evidence of a big major bounce, and it looks like we're getting pretty much the same sort of bounce happening again. So we're basically looking for history to repeat itself, which is usually what we're looking for with reversal trades. Okay, so other than that, I'm sorry about the whispering. I am going to go ahead and get to bed and wake up in the morning and see how this trade has played out. Worst case scenario, it's going to hit my stop loss, but that won't be that big a loss. Risk reward ratio on this trade is fantastic. And whenever I get into a trade, I've already accepted that there's a possibility that I'm going to lose that trade. So worst case scenario, it hits the stop loss and I've lost a trade, and it'll just be part of my losing column on my spreadsheet. One of the few trades, hopefully, in my losing column. Anyway, I'm going to stop babbling now and I'll update as this trade progresses. Okay guys, just a quick update to this trade. As you can see, it's not really going too well. It started moving down and it was looking pretty decent, and then all of a sudden this candle started. Let me remove this because it's kind of like getting in the way a little bit. All right, so let's highlight that, and price moved up, indecision formed. I took the trade. I went short. It started moving well. Like, it started pushing down. It got down to here, and then buyers started taking control of price and they pushed back up. Am I worrying? No, not really. I mean, there's a few good things here. I wouldn't say good, but there's a few things that are still in my favor. This high has not really been crossed. So this candle here, this current candle, wasn't able to make a new high beyond the high of the previous candle. So it's only moving into territory in which the buyers have already recently moved. So I'm not overly concerned. I mean, it hasn't broken the high of this candle, which is the important one. It hasn't even broken the high of this candle. So there's no higher highs because it's in a buyer's nature to make a higher high and a lower low. Buyers make higher highs and lower lows. Sellers make lower lows and lower highs. So what we're seeing here, despite the bullish body, we're not seeing a higher high. We're seeing an equal high. I mean, technically it is like half a pip higher, but that doesn't really count. It's pretty much an equal high and a lower low. So we're still seeing that overall, in this current 6-hour candle, sellers, I wouldn't say they're in control of price, but sellers aren't out. You know, they haven't given up. Sellers are still pretty strong. We're still getting those lower lows. We're still getting an equal high. Now, I think in a very recent video, I can't remember exactly when it was. I think it might not have been this video. I think it might have been my analysis from yesterday. So the analysis video I posted to YouTube on the 26th of January. I was talking about switching between different timeframes and reading price action on different timeframes and how important it is. So let me show you what I mean by this. If we switch up to the 8-hour, we kind of get a different view of this trade. On the 8-hour, it doesn't quite look as kind of bad as it does on the 6-hour. On the 6-hour, it looks like buyers are taking control of price and this trade's going to go bad at any moment. On the 8-hour, it's not like it looks good. I'm not saying it looks good, but it doesn't look as bad. On the 12-hour, again, doesn't really look as bad. Looks like it's just stuck on this resistance area. 8-hour probably looks the best there. And I'm just talking looks about visually. Visually, when you look at it, you don't get this feeling that price is going to continue to push up when you look at the 8-hour. On the 6-hour, you look at it and you kind of get that feeling. Maybe this isn't the same for everyone, but for me, that's kind of what it looks like. It looks like sellers are pushed down and now they're starting to push up again. Looks like a kind of continuation, but on the 8-hour, doesn't really look like a continuation. It looks like buyers have pushed up to here and now we're just getting a struggle along this area. So this is why I always say you should switch around your timeframes because it gives you a better understanding of what price is doing. Candles can be misleading, and if you're looking only at one time frame, it can get quite misleading. You might not see exactly what's going on. Look on the 4-hour. On the 4-hour, it looks different yet again. Same chart, but it looks different. Price pushing up, price pushing down, goes up temporarily, and now it looks like sellers are taking control of price. It looks like they're going to push back down. So there really is a big benefit to switching your timeframes and looking at different timeframes. But to summarize, what am I feeling about this trade right now? Yeah, I'm still feeling pretty good about it. I mean, it hasn't been able to make a new high, like I said. It's still stuck in this resistance area, and this resistance area, I know, has sellers in it. It's proven that it has sellers in it here. And again, it proved it here, even though they weren't able to take full control of price. It's quite clear that there are sellers up in this area. Price is not able to make a new high, so buyers have not shown a firm control of price. So we're still all good. I'll update as this trade. Okay guys, here's the final update for this trade. As you can see, the trade failed. I'm posting this a little late. I didn't have time to record this this final part of the video yesterday, so I am posting it a little late, but yeah, the trade failed. I mean, I jumped in short here, price came down to around about here, and it stalled. Buyers took control of price pushed up, and I hit my stop loss. My stop loss was here, my stop loss stayed the same, I did not extend it. And that was pretty much it for this trade. I mean, there's nothing much else to say. The trade failed. Trades do fail, so I'm not really too bothered about it. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this live trade video. And I am going to be posting some information about losing trades and trading psychology early next week. So be sure to check that out.